see the green light go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Posse, and Dave went.
Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred,
meaning credentials.
Best of both worlds
when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready, set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we doing the show.
But can you rock?
好，欢迎所有的球迷朋友们再次回到我们新庄体育馆。我是今天的主持人，球给彭真的彭真。
我是你们今天的主持人，我的名字叫做汉帝亨德利。当然呢，还有我们的灵魂人物 DJ 上，大家给我们一点尖叫声吧 ，Come on！
好，那本周呢是我们最后2周的例行赛，每一场呢都至关重要，都非常关键，对于我们季后赛排名，所以希望所有呢禁卫军的球迷朋友们在场上的时候，可以帮我们一起呢应援我们的球员。
好的，那我们呢在这边一样，非常感谢大家，也非常开心的在我们新庄城堡再一次的见到大家，跟各位呢一起度过愉快的周末。那我们呢现场也准备了许多的美食摊位，那让大家呢可以在进场看球的时候有更多的美食可以去做选择。那以及呢本周我们与小美冰淇淋合作了一系列的活动，就是要让大家呢有吃又有玩，跟我们一起 having fun。
那说到这么多吃的呢，进场的球迷朋友们，我们今天呢一样呢进场的话，除了拍赛的话，还有我们 Dentist Day 牙医选的旅行组合包，好不好？让你享用完美食之后呢，还能够有一个最棒的好口气，好不好 ？Dentist Day 牙医选，让你在晚上的时候，特别是晚上刷完牙之后呢，隔天早上还是有一个清新的好口气。
好的，那我们呢，除了我们城堡的周边活动，有 Area 02城堡夹鞋机、王道银行 Global Mall 环球购物中心所准备的活动之外，还有我们小美投篮神射手的活动。那只要闯关呢，你就有机会可以获得小美可丽露冰淇淋，还有小美冰淇淋，最后还有小美时尚保冷袋。那以上呢数量有限，送完为止。欢迎呢进场的球迷朋友们多多利用时间呢去体验我们的游戏。
那今天呢，我自己觉得是最有意义的一个活动，就是呢我们这周与救鞋救命国际基督关怀协会合作，让大家呢一起响应我们禁卫军的同时，也捐出他们的比较少穿或穿不到的球鞋。不好意思，我这新的
对，
好不好？你只要呢在带一双球鞋来呢，你就有机会呢获得一次的抽奖。那在中场呢，我们将会抽出1位球迷朋友呢，能够获得新美国王全队的签名球。那明天呢，我也会带我的球鞋呢到现场一起响应。
好的，那当然呢，我们今天也有我们禁卫军预测，那我们的预测是第2节第1位得分的禁卫军。那想要参加预测的球迷朋友们，请在我们比赛开始之前投下你神圣的一票，我们将会抽出1位幸运的球迷朋友们，赠送我们的环球 Online 购物金3000元1张。
那中场呢，我们中场的小游戏呢是吃小美投篮挑战赛，好不好？大家对小美冰淇淋，特别是香草口味呢，每一个人的童年。那我们会找呢6位球迷朋友，中场会有一个上篮以及呢吃小美冰淇淋的游戏，好不好？那第1名呢可以获得我们小美冰淇淋30盒。好，那等一下呢，我们找中场小游戏的时候，大家记得呢举起你的双手，我们会把小球传给你。
好的，那当然呢，在最后我们也要欢迎我们今天呢也有特别的贵宾来到我们的包厢里了。那我们一起把目光放到我们后面的包厢，欢迎我们昆州实业股份有限公司的朋友们，谢谢你们来，欢迎你们来，希望你们今天来我们的新庄城堡都可以玩得开心。All right， 那在比赛开始之前，用你们最大的暴动声，让我们来欢迎我们新北国王啦队 New 台北 Queen。All right, DJ Sound, drop the Queens.
808s held down like a paperweight. She just wanna come around, but I made her wait. Want my money, need it now, on a paper chase. Make the bass blow out with the 808s, out with the 808s, down like a paperweight. She just wanna come around, but I made her wait. Want my money, need it now, on a paper chase. Make the bass blow out with the 808s, out with the 808s, wait. They just told me slow my drinking like the AA. I just couldn't even answer with a straight face. If you try to do me dirty, make us playmate, vacate. Took it to my place, hey, thinking how I'm picking, then you lick up in the trap. Kick it with the click and keep on creeping with the gap. Acting all the act, don't know how to act. Some nigga check my shit and my bitch brought it right back.
Hey, like I ain't on 1, 2, 3 pop. Like I ain't finna bust when my homeboy make the fucking beat drop. Like I ain't rich, like I ain't so. Not a near record platinum and there go. Like I ain't drip, like I ain't froze. Like I ain't made $250,000 for a show. Like I ain't big, like I ain't huge. Like I ain't shit, like I ain't paid dues. Like I ain't full, like I ain't cool. Like I ain't built an empire in the zoo. Like I ain't a fixture, I never knew Twister. I never did music for the Alpha Dog picture. Like I never script the pledge in the scripture. I had a hit song by my own liquor mixture. Doing like I wasn't a starter, there wasn't a quarter. Easy. Wasn't an order, my cousin the water. Easy. Nothing was bartered with busting and touching the heart of people. Just loving the heart of stuffing and trying. Nothing was bartered with busting and touching the heart of people. Nothing was bartered with busting and touching the heart of nothing was bartered with busting and touching the heart of people. Nothing was bartered with busting and touching the heart of people.
Alright， 尖叫声给我们的新美国啦队 New Taipei Queens， 感谢你们全新的表演，非常精彩 ，Let's go！
相信所有球迷已经迫不及待迎接这场双方阵容最完整的新美光对上台北富邦勇士双匪大战，双方球员准备就绪。首先为各位介绍客队台北富邦勇士篮球队，1号陈范博彦，3号张宗宪，5号强生，11号洪凯杰，14号蔡文成，15号谢宗龙，21号曾祥军，23号石伯恩，24号简廷照。接下来进场的是先发5人 ，Starting Five。0号赖廷恩，8号周桂宇，12号林志杰，32号塞瑟夫，44号易贝，总教练许敬哲，助理教练吴永仁、江志正，林伟浩、魏维，领队蔡成儒。请所有球迷朋友们将目光移至上方大荧幕。
多打到1号位了，吸收经验了。现在是 Randall 左口要付出代价，林书豪变挡加速，净赚加码。
接下来进场的是新北国王，首先为各位介绍 Number 4禁卫军玉山大厨李威霆。Number 24关键大心脏小胖洪志胜。Number 9全能后场指挥官性别飙风玫瑰李凯燕。Number 10禁卫军弓箭手微笑射手 JJ 简佑哲。Number 3新北禁卫军陈俊南。Number 19皇家大锁棒哥林金榜。Number 11新北皇家坦克王柏志。Number 25禁卫军高炮塔 Austin Day。Number 7展现王者风范，掌控全场节奏 ，Jeremy 李书豪。接下来为各位介绍新北国王先发5人 ，Starting 5 Number 1左右开弓，Joseph Lin 林书伟。Number 17我大苏西苏世轩。Number 35禁区糖果男孩温丢 Louis。Number 55空中冲锋部队 Kenny Manigo。Finally Number 6禁卫军士官长新北的阿美族战士杨敬明。总教练 Ryan 马将，助理教练 Mark Capella 林振宇，球队经理洪志虎，球队助理洪承渊，心理咨询师 Clay Danner， 首席体能教练张崇熙，体能教练刘振宇，防务员邱柏凯、吴崇豪，数据机影片分析师李维恩，总经理毛家恩，执行长陈信生，董事长王文祥。
好的，那现在呢，一样回到我们最熟悉的时间，来到我们球场的中央，这边呢邀请到我们10位女王来到我们的场中央，欢迎我们的新北国王啦队 New Taipei Queens。 好的，这边呢，我们也要教大家如何来为我们新北国王防守，还有我们的进攻，来为我们新北国王加油应援。首先呢，我们先从我们的防守开始做起。All right， 第一队上，让我们一起捍卫王城 ，Let's go！ 防守，防守，防守，防守，防守，防守，防守，防守，防守。OK， 这就是我们的防。就是我们的主题曲，一个不一样的。
凤城跟奎哥的奖评当然就按到了中文转播连结，谢谢您的收看，记得 Plus 的转播都要按赞。The theme for the weekend is King's Playground, or 皇家游乐园, literally meaning Royal Amusement Park, which I think interesting play, good play on words. They also have an activity where donating old basketball sneakers could win you some big prizes here. The Braves continue a road trip where the last couple of weeks consecutively only had one game. That was in Kaohsiung against the Steelers. Spoke to Aaron with the glasses, the polo shirt, Wu Yongren, about the teams continuing to move the goals, having set themselves for 10 wins after Lunar New Year's. It's not been going as smoothly.
情况的确是蛮艰难的，但是我们不会去算这个什么几率的问题，我们就是秉持着勇士的精神，就是永不放弃的精神，然后一场一场的去面对这个困境，然后希望可以一场一场的把它拿下来，这样子。书豪其实对于任何一个队来说，他的回归。 在攻防上面，其实都会给国王一个很大的强心针。不只是攻防，他在士气上面的提升，其实也是对国王来说是一个蛮不错的提升。那对我们来说的话，就是因为他可能伤愈归队，然后可以上场时间还没有那么长，所以我们就是会针对他在场上或是下场 off court on court 的时候。 去做一些策略性的一些防守方式，然后看可不可以多限制一点他对于国王队的一些攻防上面的一些进步，这样子。我们希望可以拿下今天的胜利，然后送给他当做今天的生日礼物。
Aaron sharing that the team with 8 games to go say not to give up, but take things one game at a time. They will need a little bit of help to get into a playoff position. Then saying that with Jeremy Lin on the squad, he will make any team elite offensively and defensively, but kind of still banking on the fact that he's not stretched out to his full minutes played yet. Maybe there's some time that the Braves can take advantage with him on the bench. And it is Roger Shujinzo's birthday, the head coach of the team. So how about a win for a birthday present? Over on the other side, starting point guard Joseph Lin interviewed pregame about being the leading assist disher in the Plus League this season, and asked about the different stumbles that he's experienced and his teams has experienced, having played here in Taiwan for several years now, and asking about.
我觉得就是一个肯定吧，然后我觉得也要感谢就全队，然后我的队友，因为不会有助攻如果他们没有投进。So, you know, just surrounded with a lot of great players, and they all helped me to get these assists. 我觉得很难啦，因为一个球队就一直赢，可能感觉就腻吧。尤其是3连霸，然后我们是从 SBL 有拿一个，所以 almost like 4连霸。So 对他们来说应该是很难一直保持这个 hunger 吧，因为 to compete with other teams 你要有这个 hunger， 因为 every other team 有这个 hunger。Every year 没有得到冠军的球队都是有一个很饿的感觉，可是对他们来说，他们已经不饿了，因为他们赢太多了。我觉得我们越来越靠近吧，就我们要找的状态，因为就是大家都知道我们有很多不同的状况发生，然后我们有慢慢解决这些状态，所以我觉得我们是慢慢往上，就是要1点多时间。那还好，我们还有8场，所以我觉得我们可以用这个8场就调整到我们的最好的状态。
Joseph Lin, a former member of the Braves, came over in a trade saying that it's an affirmation to possibly get assist leader of the Plus League, saying that he's got his teammates to thank to score the basketball too. And for the Braves, don't forget they also have an SBL title before their COVID-shortened season. And then 3 wins in a row here in the Plus League. That you need that competitive edge, that hunger he keeps on saying. But on the other hand, other teams will get hungry to beat them. Won't make it easy. And as for the Kings, he said that they are approaching their peak. They've been able to get some problem solving going, and with 8 games left in the regular season could even improve their level. They're in the background, kind of in the leather jacket. Sought after prospect in the Taiwan pro scene coming up.
全场排赛
Now seated on the baseline, on the Brave side of the court, on the left side of your screen. We'll get to it when we get to it.
排赛一起来。
The officials for tonight's affair, Mei Mingsen, Pang Yunhan, and Zhang Weijun from left to right. And for the starting 5 with the Braves is number 0 Lai Ting'en, number 12 Beast, Lin Zijie, Josh, Zhou Guiyu, Prince Ibe, and Igor Zaitsev. 3 now 4-year member of the Taipei Fubon Braves. 1 imported year in the inaugural Plus League season. On the Kings side, a familiar look, number 1 Joseph Lin, number 6 Yang Qiming, number 55 Kenny Manigault, James Su Sixuan, joined by the newest member of the team, Wendell Lewis. But I say newest member, he's been with them for a bit. It's just that's exactly coming in as the last guy on the registration deadline. The Kings, it's the same starting 5 as the last 3 games, where they have gone 2 wins and 1 loss. Meanwhile, on the Brave side, Zijie missed last week, and the week before only 10 minutes played, but you can kind of forgive him. He is a 41 years experienced player. Of course, born registered birth in the county province of Hualien, who's still recovering from the earthquake. It'll be a long road to also include the recovery to the Taroko Gorge and many other infrastructures out there. As part of the theme weekend, the popular Xiaomei branded ice cream with the ceremonial tip. These two teams on the season right now about to start their 7th game of 8 in the regular season. The season series is tied at 3 wins apiece, and historically, the Kings in the regular season have the 11 wins to 9 loss advantage. Kings will be wearing their yellow jerseys and the Braves in their royal blue and gold set. Braves start off with possession with a quick alley-oop as eBay makes the catch but doesn't go to the reverse, stopped. And Joseph Lin will pass it back inbounds for the stop for the Kings. A little bit of a zone look by the Braves. eBay and Zaitsev in the painted area now. Manigault guarded by Josh, which somehow left Yang Jingmi wide open. First 3 points of the game to the home Kings. They've not been at home for a long time and have not won at home in a long time. For Sokoyu to eBay, losing the handle of it. A little transition attack for the Kings. Probably imagine they might be going with a lot of those skip passes as Manigault through the defense scores, and that's a 5-0 start. Ball getting away, and it's a turnover with a man ahead. It's Wendell Lewis. He's got it down with 2. And just like that, a 7-0 run for the Kings. And Coach Roger utilizing one of his early timeouts here on the road. The action has begun, but take a break and we'll be back after this.
So deep in your eyes, I touch on you more and more every time. When you leave, I'm begging you not to go. Call your name 2-3 times in a row. Such a funny thing for me to try to explain. How I'm feeling and my pride is the one to blame. Yeah, I still don't understand just how killer could do it, no one else can.
Drop it.
If you just joined the broadcast, well, hopefully you're a Braves fan, as you've so far missed a 7-0 Kings run within less than 90 seconds from the opening tip. Most impressively, that Kenny Manigault layup. I haven't even really got my bearings on the game sitting here on my baseline spot. Zijie turning and firing for the first points on the game on number 12 for the Braves as Joseph Lin maneuvering up court. Defense in a little bit of a scramble as Manigault attacking the closeout. Yang Jingming will pull a jumper on the baseline, one of his favorite spots. Here Zaitsev using the dribble. One of the best finishers from up close, and he doesn't have to do it with dunks all the time. Yang Jingming feeling it. Another swish. 3 buckets, 8 points. Number 6, Yang Jingming, getting it going early. DJ on the handoff hit. And there'll be free throws coming up. It was Kenny Manigault trying to stick with the play. Another look at Yang Jingming. Despite having a relatively slow set shot like you see there on the catch and shoot, he was very quick with a dribble pull-up. He always pulled that out of the bag and surprised people. So the starting lineup for the Kings working, and with a back-to-back series at home this weekend, maybe they can afford to bring in Jeremy a beat or two later. They'll take him a beat or two out if it gets out of hand. But Lin Zijie had an early made three-pointer, now a couple of free throws. And getting things a little bit calmed down for the Braves. In and out, ball to Kenny Manigault. Now working on the left side. Here's the three-pointer by Su and he knocks it down. Su is a much improved three-point shooter, and certainly justifying the offensive side of him being on the court. Now the defense, he's right now tasked with guarding eBay. At a deep position, stepping as a foul comes through. Jimmy putting his hand up. Gonna crash that position a little bit too aggressive. There you see, trying to catch eBay on the switch from going left to going right. Definitely would have worked better if eBay didn't do a face-up move, but a spun. In any case, right out of the baseline, out of bounds. Zijie, close but no cigar. From plus range, Yang Jingming, another one. Stealing away the show, Yang Jingming with an early 11 points. And a 10-point first quarter lead for the Kings. Nice, I've got a little bit of room, but dishes it. Tokoi flipping it, and good hands by Lewis. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Braves basketball on the baseline. We haven't had a Braves game since all the way March 30th. On the switch, Zijie pump fake, and then the shot, beauty. Oh, so much for my concerns about how little he's played in the last couple weeks. He looked good to go here. Now the zone's a little bit more of a 3-2 look, and out of bounds, they stay off of the Kings. The referee was in the trail position and would have had a good look at it, though the Kings bench, especially the second row, more so than the first row, not so happy with it. It looks like after a little discussion, Coach Marchand will issue the challenge, and so they'll go to the monitors. The two teams go find their head coaches. So when we last did the Braves, it actually happened to be right here, Xinjiang Gymnasium, on the 30th of March, where they won 102-77. That broke a 5-game losing streak at the time. But since then, they have been alternating wins and losses since. We pull back to 2 weeks ago. They were in a tight game for a quarter and a half against the import-less Steelers. Dealing with that injury situation pretty much as soon as the turn of the Lunar New Year's, but the Braves pulled away in the end. Get another look here. Mai Ting-un have to get a little bit more length with his arms, and they will confirm the call. So if Yang Jingming is claiming there's a foul, well, the foul will not get him back for an IRS review. We do not change foul calls In the FIBA basketball, we can upgrade fouls. And the Braves last Saturday had to deal with Ravonte Rice dropping 46 points on them for the win on the Steelers side. Okoye gets into the mid-range and with a soft touch. Okoye after career-high 32 in the last couple of games. 4 for 16 shooting, including 0 of 8 from 3. Good defensive stop by Prince Ibeh. A chance to close the gap here for the Braves. Henry Manigault defending the point of attack as Zijie go back and forth. And a whistle on the court. The third on the Kings. Get another look. Henry Manigault bumping into the spot. The hands do look pretty clean. Yeah, body bump. An A to B foul, they say in the referee world. Number 8, Okoye of Taiwan Normal University, or what we call the Teachers University in Taiwan. 7.8 points per game on this season. On the Braves, he started the most games so far with 27. This is 28. Joseph Lin dribbling around the zone, off the back iron, and it looks like Wendell Lewis was in the mix. Didn't make it easy, and a team rebound for the Kings. Kenny Manigault off target. Not great spacing, but Okoye fires anyways as the ball gets to Yang Jingming's hands. Backflip to Manigault, through to Joseph Lin. Not exactly his spot, so on the back step. A Jura Early special of a corner fast break toss, but Beast no good with his three. He's the leading scorer for the Braves with 8 points. It's only a 3-point game now. Young Jimmy, jump pass, Wendell Lewis with the slam. Something Lin Zijie is known for, especially in plus league competition. A little shoelace situation. Zaitsev will throw it into Lai Tingan. Point guard for the Braves is 8 straight start. He's scored in double digits in 5 of those 8 starts. He'll provide a little bit more scoring punch. A little double team poking the ball away. It'll stay with the Braves. The Kings will be making the first substitutions of the game. When he's such an accurate shooter, you see all the eyeballs looking toward him. In the game, Austin Day and number 9 Li Kaiyan. Again, baseline out of bounds. Zijie drilling another one. Zijie has been voted a Porsche MVP. A relatively short month, but that's the kind of impact he had. A little putback effort by Lewis. He now has 6 points. Kings, under Coach Marchand, very much a man-on-man, man-to-man defensive team. Chris Johnson trying to find space as that one's in. Okoye with his jumper. So the lead for the Kings right now only at 1 as Johnson and Josh pick and roll. On the mismatch, Lewis recovers. So somewhere else is a mismatch. There's a double post up with Zaitsev nearby. Johnson though on the fall away. Chris Johnson has had good games here. Don't forget, he was last season's finals MVP. Only playing 4 of the 6 games. You might say, how could he win it? Well, the Braves, every time it was in there, won. An early foul by Beast. Austin Day not super happy about getting pushed the whole way. Early takedown almost for Tijie as Jeremy, not technically in the game. He's going to be inbounding. That's a bad joke. Please nobody retell that one. And a little bit of a late call, but they're going to also bring in Tank for Lewis. Correspondingly, the Braves will actually be bringing in veteran Tai Wen-Chen for Beast. Jones bent out of shape as Lee Kai-in clanks it. About 8 minutes into the ball game as Lai Ting-en stops, pops, and a 3 is locked in for number 0 Lai Ting-en. Now Winston is manning that right wing, you could say. A 2-man game as Joseph Lin looks for an opening. Lee Kai-in from the left corner, how about? Spacing as Chris Johnson takes the feed. It's an alley-oop, number 0 to 5. And don't look now, but the Braves have a 27 to 21 lead. Joseph Lin cold. Kind of infectious now that Yang Jimmy is on the bench. Zaitsev putting it up, almost getting it. Thought Tank bumped him down low. And that one's way off, but Joseph Lin chases the board. Fancy dribble move, looking for an outlet. No look pass. Jeremy from 25 feet, yes. I don't think he's touched the basketball since that inbound, and just like that, calming things down for the Kings. Zaitsev skip pass, Lai Ting-en hurries the shot, and with no spin, still gets it to fall. Off timing layup, missed by Joe, more like a floater. The last time these two teams played was February 6th, as sticking with the play and getting the and one. It's going to be E or Zaitsev. Got a chance for some bonus. Easy warm-up 3 for Jeremy. Over on this side, there's Lai Ting-en with some interesting rhythm. Timeout on the floor with 2 minutes left.
Oh, sorry.
Everything is wide open for them right now. Wide open. Get them off the side. Wide open. Three.
Plus League referee consultant, JB Caldwell. also in attendance, taking in the sights, and of course, importantly, keeping an eye out on the gameplay and the officiating. That would be off to your left. The basket the Braves are attacking on in the first half. 1 free throw when we left off. Igor Zaisev, 7-foot Ukrainian big. So far, 4 points on his night. Make it 5. So that makes it now a 9-point Braves lead, as with number 11 KJ in there. Reach from behind by Johnson. So this is the unorthodox duo on the wings for Winston and KJ. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to guard Day and Cayenne on that side. Leaving Jeremy wide open from the left corner. Maybe he likes it from the top a little better. Zaisev, he's wide open, but foot on the line. He's gonna get Tank on the swing move. Just like that, the Braves will be shooting bonus free throws. A little unlucky for Tank. Joe is out. Kenny Manigault is in. And over on the Braves side, they're getting ready to bring in second-year TJ Gentingzao, who's been hurt for a few weeks with an ankle injury.
来，我们今天1楼、2楼、3楼的球朋友们，我们来试一下，好吧？今天的最大声哦。 来喽，来喽！
Tsinghua University's now 4-time champion Yo Aiza is in attendance. Point guard who led the UBA in now a few seasons in steals and assists. So it's kind of a 1-3-1 zone. Jeremy's tripped up. Only the 3rd foul by the Braves. Not the worst thing in the world. Pay a little bit closer attention. Not easy considering he's such a strong shooter, but I think your closeout's got to be a little bit smarter. Jeremy's penetration dribble, for the most part, always going to go right. Skip passes, Manigault floats it up and in. Let's go! So perhaps the start of a good end of quarter run for the Kings. TJ's finally in to Winston, working to the free throw area as KJ picks him up with a flying putback. Manigault, kick pass to Tank in the corner, overshoots it. But a 2-for-1 chance for the Kings as they leave CJ open. That's another slam. Tank gambled there for the steal. And nobody was there to rotate around. Blocking foul on the outside, the last one for the Braves on the quarter before free throws. So not the worst thing in the world. Make him take it side out of bounds. 5 seconds left. Jeremy with the Tank screen from deep. No, as Chris Johnson. Just a little catch with Taiwan Chen full court. So what started out as a 7-0 Kings start to the game has now turned into a 38-26 early rout by the Braves. Let's see if the home squad can bounce back in the second quarter.
等一下如果想要吃一些冰淇淋的朋友，记得好不好？对荧幕呢，对我们的大荧幕呢，做出一些有力量、很嗨的表情以及动作，好不好？准备一下哦，照到你的时候，然后我会跟你说，你就可以换小美冰淇淋。来了 ，Show your energy. Are you guys ready?
Now.
来喽，这个表情可能要再用力一点哦。我们看一下球迷朋友们有没有想要吃小美冰淇淋的？还有欢迎艾泽来到我们球场哦，感受一下嘛，还没决定好明年要去哪嘛，感受一下，感受一下。好吧，等一下也可以去中场来换一下我们小美冰淇淋。来了有没有？好不好？展现一下 ，Show your energy。哇，这么小可以吃甜的吗？这个嘴边肉，好不好？等一下可以去换一下我们小美冰淇淋。中场的时候，还要 Show your muscle。来了吗？来了吗？有吗？可以对着镜头怒吼一下、欢呼一下都没问题的。好，那我们等一下中场呢还会有小美的上篮挑战赛啊，我们还没有选出观众，所以等一下呢可以准备一下。
Number 24, Venti Hong San in one of the guard positions for the Kings as Jeremy puts a move on. We're singing around. Number 25, Austin Day's got a chance, but no good with that try. Lee Kai-in with another offensive rebound for the Kings, forcing the Braves into a man defense as Jeremy swishes it from the left corner. Way to get the new quarter started. We like you, the viewers, so go ahead and like us back on the YouTube stream. Going back door and blocked by a couple of Kings, it looked like. Taiwan Chen unable to score in space as Jeremy, how about him in space? Chris Johnson trying to answer a three, no, as Day strong enough to block out Zaisev. Winston needs a little bit of help as a quick bounce pass and contact there underneath the basket. Zaisev running into Day and Day taking it on the chin. Oh, take a moment to recover. Get another look. The early three and the elbow coming through. Definitely can't be a good feeling for Austin Day there. Definitely not what you want to see, but now can only consider himself unlucky. Baseline out of bounds. Zaisev and Chris Johnson, the imports for the Braves, as KJ throws it right into the hands of Kyle. Little okey doke, then a pass to Austin Day, who leaves the finger roll short. Down the court they go. Zaisev, no. Oh, look out. Jeremy kind of ran into his own teammate there and tangled up. They get the ball out, but have to cross the timeline. Venti does so. Hopefully everyone's all right after that play. So far in the game, the Braves 6 of 11 from three-point range. And the Kings 5 of 16. Not too shabby, but definitely not good enough as Lewis crashing into Johnson there. Another foul by the Kings on the quarter.
上光队请求换人，来到场上的是 JK 简佑哲。
Jeremy will head out. Replaced by number 10, Jian Youze. Deep inbounds as TJ gets it back. A little 24 guarding 24. Slip pass, Johnson couldn't handle it first, and then missing the dunk as Winston couldn't get his shot off. KJ finding the loose ball. And a scramble for the Braves, you could say. Shot fake as Winston had it taken away. Now it's a 3-on-2 with space with JJ from the right. Yes! Well, talk about being scrappy. As KJ's blocked at the rim. The team on the series, flip ball, turnover, and just as I was about to say, on the season series, the team that has been positive in the turnover column has won 5 of the 6 games and have only lost 1 game. And the team who didn't have a positive turnover ratio, who did win in the series, was the Braves when they only turned it over 1 more time than the Kings. A little through pass, but can't make it 2 in a row for JJ. So Kings, after a few possessions here in the second quarter, pull it to within 6. Driving kick as Chris Johnson feeling it. Ball on the deck as Winston jumps on top of it. Will get his effort play at least to a jump ball situation. And for that effort, Winston will head to the bench. 38 years of experience in life. Out for number 1, Chen Boyan. Also registered birthplace of Hualien. Right now, interesting lineup for the Kings. Day and Lewis, they're 2 bigs and 3 guards on the smaller side with. Looks like we have a turnover by the Braves. I wasn't exactly sure what was going on there. With the tallest between, I'd have to say the tallest is Joseph at 182 centimeters. Just about 6 feet tall. JJ's 5'11", and Venti only about 5'9½". More subs for the Braves as Prince Ebay's in, along with Jet Zhang guarding his best bud and podcast mate too. How about from the left side, JJ back on track. And with that, Coach Rogers seen enough, calling a timeout with the Braves now only with a 3-point lead here partway through the second quarter of this one.
在丢出我们小球之前，再给我们新美国一个尖叫声！好，我们给这一群学生一搞，来了。好，这边的朋友给我们一点双手。这边的朋友给我们一点尖叫声。
那今天来，
麻烦拿到小球的朋友们，记得呢要到我们的商品部来集合，我们会有工作人员呢把你们带到我们的球场下来进行我们的中场游戏哦。
那今天身穿绿色制服的呢，也是我们的阳明女篮，欢迎你们来到新庄体育馆。
Once again with the permed hair, that's Ma Jianhao. On the left, as in the green uniform. And in the stands was Yangming High School's basketball team, who Venti Hongzhisan is an assistant coach at. He's in charge of their middle school program. Lots of fans in tow. As I mentioned, the Kings have not been home for a little bit. The last homestand was end of March, 26th, where they had a Tuesday game, then 30th and 31st. Unfortunately, they took 3 losses in a row and end up through the stretch dropping 2 games to the #1 Dreamers. The Pilots were also in the midst. On the screen, Chris Johnson leaves that 3 way short. Kenny Manigault on possession. That one swatted by eBay. Lewis thought was open, but could not get the finish as the foul down low. Johnson bonding Lewis out of bounds. And the referee saying there's a wrap. Definitely thought Wendell Lewis was home free, but just too close to the trap laid by Prince eBay there with the long arms. So I was going to say, the Kings have not won at home since February 6th. That was before the Lunar New Year break against the Steelers, you might recall. So they get the stop, the Braves do. Over the Jet, the MVP of the Plus League Year 1, but he's been dealing with a lot of injuries this year. Of course, congratulate him on the birth of his daughter. That was now a few months ago. On this side, wide open, with a big bounce to Johnson. Yeah, given the left. Skip pass over to TJ. Great spacing there on the play. On the break, Jinyotza no good. He's just at 50% now. He's right now talking to the number 6 official about possibly getting hit after the shot. And such luck as Yang Jingmi and Jeremy will check in together.
掌声给简佑哲，今天上来就连续2颗3分球。
You could say positionally the Braves get smaller with 3 guards in there. On the dribble pull-up, Jeremy hits it. Kind of a little bit of a scoring low between these two teams on the season series. This is the only series in the Plus League of the 15 matchups where both teams average more than 100 points scored per game. Jet attacking on the dribble. He'll try a pull-up, and that's good. Zhang Longxin's signature jump shot. And through the middle, a hit. I think the Kings might be biting their lips a little bit. Kenny Manigault was about to dish it to an open Lewis. The foul first, getting a look. Jeremy, he's got a quick trigger. Lewis screening for Jeremy, maneuvering right, and a double screen later scores it on the layup. Lewis putting that out of bounds. Visiting with some of the first row courtside fans. Try to surprise them, but The Kings rotate as Lightinga, he misses the shot, and a rebounding foul by eBay. A different kind of starting lineup for the Kings, you could say, with Jeremy in for Su Sishuan, number 17. Meanwhile, the Braves may be able to claim this might be their best defensive lineup, but they're still in zone as that ball could not reach the target. Good space, Zaisev kicking it to Tokoy on his tippy toes. I don't think that's the intended shooting motion we want. And the Lewis, good handles, keeping it alive and keeping it going. Young Jimmy on the pull-up, no. Fading away, feeling it, making another one. This time, upping the degree of difficulty. Under 5 minutes to go. Austin Day will come in for Lewis, but there you see the screen and rescreen by Lewis. I remember hearing a famous now basketball podcast talking about that exact kind of screen and screen again motion. Which is in to guard Jeremy, as Young Jimmy couldn't get eBay in the air. So a drive kick later, it's Kenny Manigault. 3 seconds by one of his King teammates, it seems. Well, one of the reasons why this series has been such a high-scoring series is the three-point shooting. Of the matchups, the lowest game, percentage-wise, was the Kings, who made 14 of 51, which is still good enough for 27%. That's not even that crazy low. Sugira maneuvering left, ball got away, but Lightinga will fire one in desperation as eBay, look what I found! Not how they drew it up, but the Braves create a little bit of breathing room back in their zone defense. Young Jimmy from the left corner, that's off. There's a whistle, and the referee's putting his fist up. That's a foul. Get another look at eBay not getting blocked out. Just slipping behind on the baseline. Joseph Lin dropping in the first. Talk about leading the league in assists, well, 6.9. It's quite a high number. We're looking at last year where, in the end, Jeremy won it after averaging out his assists, because he did not have enough games played to qualify, but he ended up with 8.9 his assists per game, and he still qualifies because at the games he needs to play to qualify, and he would still be above, I believe, number 2 was Kenny Manigault. Turnover by the Braves, and the Kings want to go quick. Joseph from the mid-range, just off. Down low to Zaisev, he's got Austin Day on the block. The help is coming. Lightinga pass fake to a real pass as Zaisev is stuck for eBay on the rebound dunk. And he's going to get a warning for touching the basketball going through the cylinder. Certainly a bit of frustration on that play. You see he made a clean catch, definitely through some contact. You see that right arm stroke, that's definitely going to warrant a warning from the referees. Still in their 3-2 zone as Austin Day takes a little bit of a tumble. Deflected ball. And it's all the way through with the courtside fans on the center line.
周志杰富邦勇士变线球。
Last time these two teams played each other was at Hoping Gymnasium as Ibe going quick. He called for a travel there. Maybe a little bit stronger through that move, through the contact. Well, it was Wendell Lewis's debut, but the Braves record highs in points scored and three-pointers made as Yang Jimin slips through and he lays it in. Good point. Still maintaining his lead in the scoring department on the game with 13. They're looking for Zaitsev on the right block. Good hands by Day as Joe stepping out of bounds. A pretty agitated Braves bench right now. They will have the basketball with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Over here in this corner is definitely where most of the Braves fans in attendance are. Quick oop to eBay. He flips it in over Kenny Manigault. Fancy dribble and a whistle as Jeremy got it into the, well, I was going to say painted area, but it's not painted here in Xinzhuang. Into the paint, but that's not accurate either. You see eBay just with a reach. And if I'm looking at it correctly, he has now 4 personal. I think he was definitely due for a little bit of a rest. Definitely looks a little winded over there at the bench. Perhaps get focused for the second half as Jeremy cashing in a couple of free throws. Jeremy's best game in the series, I believe, was all the way back in December 23rd. 44 points. Go along with 8 rebounds and 7 assists. They're going once again to Zaitsev. Braves covering it first, but Chris Johnson slamming it home. A little bit of extra contact after the fact as Jeremy going right at him. And a whistle. Will mean more free throws. A little bit of a warning word to Johnson. You see, I'm sure the Braves not so happy about the clean or not clean matter of that defensive play. Smart play by Jeremy to catch the Braves with their back turns towards them. In and out with that one. So far on the game, the Kings 5 of 6 from the line, the Braves 6 of 8. Beast with a Day in front of him, giving it up as Jet trying to go with a left-hand dribble, fading to this jumper. That would be a degree of difficulty as Day out-muscles Beast for the rebound, and got a 3 for 2 coming up as Joe got away with a few steps there. Finding an outlet is Jeremy from 28 feet. That first one, jump pass back to the hands of Joe, and it's going to be numbers for the Kings with some good pace, but the Braves recover. The zone forms up again as Yang Jingming has Force the redirect. Wendell Lewis on the nice speed. It's Yang Qiming once again. That's the best pass and score combination on the game. Johnson stripped from the side, but a whistle. Got up quickly. Hopefully he's all right. Getting a look at his day with the shoulder. It's Wendell Lewis coming in later, and still a little bump with a couple of Kings after the fact. Be a baseline out of bounds as Kenny Manigault in for Lewis. Yeah, stretched out to a 30-minute, almost 31-minute game. In the Plus League, 3 active imports, 2 can be on the floor, so kind of natural that guys aren't playing minutes in the 30s. Little pass to Beast with a close miss. Kenny Manigault, good hustle. He'll start the break, but the Kings need to find some space to Jeremy, getting by 1 and a whistle. Taking a hard fall afterwards, too. I don't think the referees are so happy with the composure of the Braves right now. And a technical foul after, too. Getting a look, Zaitsev sliding over. Thought he was clean. Yeah, just a bang-bang play, as we say in baseball. Moved ever so late and too close to the restricted area. Oh, looks like some special guests have arrived. Next to Blackie, Chen Jianzhou in the suit, sitting with the Nike windbreaker. I believe that's Greg Stolt, the P.LEAGUE Senior Vice President, former Vice President of the NBA Shanghai office. And next to him, as Igor Zaitsev, we look up, and that's 2 personal fouls for him. That's Vin Bhavani, Toronto Raptors assistant coach. He's wearing the white polo shirt and the glasses. And in the background is Phil Chen, CEO of the Kings. New Taipei Kings, that is. Couple free throws later, got a little defense for offense substitution. Jeremy with already 15 points. 1 more will surpass his high since recovering from his injury. Also our chance to shout out currently in Taiwan, Louis Liu, China Partner Management and Global Partners for the NBA, as Zijie gave it a chance at the end. One last shout out to Eddie Chan, Strategy and Operations here in the Asia Pacific region for the NBA. He's currently based out of Hong Kong. Had the pleasure of meeting him recently. So 51 for the Kings, 50 for the Braves as they're headed to the locker rooms. Talking things over. Go ahead and take a break, audience, as we will give you the halftime analysis after the following messages.
请我们的选手们。好，我们记得要来场中央哦，跟你们讲解一下规则。我们总共会有6位选手，2两1组，总共会有3个对战组合，2两1组。麻烦有接到小球的朋友，要玩的是谁？帮我们举个手好吗？1、2、3、4、5、6，好，6位。来，弟弟们2个一起好不好？ 啊，你要跟他吗？可是你们这样会是对手哦。好，那就你们2个一组，好不好？来，那弟弟你跟姐姐一起好不好？好，那你们剩下2位是好，那你们2个一组。好的，那我们规则很简单哦。那爸爸在旁边帮我们听一下规则，可以解释给自己的小朋友听哦。很简单，规则就是我们桌上有一个冰淇淋嘛，对不对？2两1组，例如说这2位弟弟，1人吃1杯冰淇淋，吃完 才能去上篮或者是投篮，没错。所以爸爸，你刚刚一直说要给自己小朋友玩，我们就很担心吃太多、吃太快，怕他头痛啊，好不好？对，记得哦，吃完来听好哦，吃完才能上去投篮或上篮，进了要跑回中间才算获胜 ，OK 吗 ？OK 吗？那我们2位帅哥先好了啊。成年人好不好？成年人先示范给我们小朋友们看，一杯就好，对。好，来2位帅哥，记得吃完投完篮，要回来拿这个牌子，拿在手上才是获胜哦。这个牌子哦，我们尽量不要抢断哦，感谢你们。好。来，我们弟弟们先到我们旁边，不要被撞到哦。来，不要被撞到哦。好，2位帅哥准备好了吗？来哦，准备，我们汤匙先放下，君子先不动武器的，我们同时，好不好？西部牛仔同时拔枪，准备，3、2、1，开始。OK， 我们可以看到右边这位朋友的冰稍微融了一点，比较方便食用。我们来看看左边朋友。左边朋友采用这个扒白饭的方式，不断的送入嘴巴里。兄弟啊，不要把冰淇淋露出来，好不好？好看，这个太冰了是吗？因为我们小美冰淇淋，好不好？绝对，即使放在外面这个5分钟，还是一样，好不好？充满着这个冰冰的冰淇淋，让你有这个甜蜜你的心。这位朋友吃的小美冰淇淋。
Plus League's Mr. Popular Voting enters Stage 2. Voting will continue from now until Friday, May 3rd on the Plus League official line account before moving into the third and final phase. Wu Fengchen and Mark Tianhui on the Mandarin broadcast. I'm Ryan Chen. Thank you for joining me on this Plus League broadcast. We are here in Xinjiang Gymnasium, home of the New Taipei Kings. And we saw them break a 4-game losing streak back on April 13th in Zhanghua, where they had a 22-point win over the Dreamers. Then they turned around to play the Dreamers again on Friday in a close battle. It was a close loss to the Dreamers. Then we last saw them, the only English broadcast last week, in Hsinchu, where they handled the Lioneers at their place. What's the circle on these 3 games? The return of Jeremy Lin, and the Kings getting a new import, Wendell Lewis, acclimated. That being said, interesting enough, Tony Mitchell has not played since April 6th, the first game after the registration deadline. We're showing you the highlights from the first half. As customary, soon enough we'll bring you the team statistics, and in the second segment, we're talking about the leading scorers on the game. One thing that's been featured heavily on one side of the floor is the Braves with a 3-2 zone. And on the other side, the Kings, of course, playing a lot of man defense. And as much as the Braves want to go one-on-one, that come with limited effect. So if you ask me, whoever can stop or whoever can create more dribble penetration will be key. And Jeremy Lin, of course, is an expert at that. There's the combined team statistics from the top to bottom. We have points, field goal shooting, 3-point shooting, rebounds, assists, and turnovers. There were some early fireworks in the game between these two teams, but the second quarter, both squads were awfully cold, including the Braves 0 for 11 shooting 3, and the Kings only a very mild 3 for 12. So hopefully things pick up in the second half shooting-wise, but it's still a competitive matchup here. The Braves were leading the first quarter 38-26, but then were held to 12 points, and the Kings scored 25 on them. Oh, also a former NBA guy, Mark Fisher, there with the blue and yellow shirt, or is that neon green? It's hard to tell. currently working in his role capacity with East Asia Super League. We'll be back after this.
好，接下来是我们的最后一组，两位请上前。好的，我们呢双方准备好了吗？来喽，弟弟来喽，3、2、1，Go！ 好，没事。我怎么会这位朋友吃到会笑啊？小美冰淇淋 ，Make you happy。左边阳明女篮的，你们朋友在吃冰淇淋，还不帮他加油吗？给你一个特权，可以看着他们吃，好不好？来，在新北国王的球场中央，看着自己好不好？平常一起打球的伙伴，吃着小美冰淇淋，大家跟你们一起 having fun 啊！好吃吗？哦，good， 好吃，很好。来，弟弟，我们慢慢吃，享受最重要，享受最重要。好，我们旁边那位美女也快吃完哦。刻意留到这个中间这个部分，看起来总是喜欢把最好的留到最后呢。哦，他似乎想要让这位弟弟一点点，他看着他最后一口冰淇淋，他舍不得。规则是先吃完的，先去投篮，
投篮还上篮。阳明女篮应该要投3分球吧？女篮的应该要投一颗3分球吧？来一颗3分球吧！
来补一个3分球吧，弟弟还在吃，来补一个好不好？我们还有一点时间。来，3分球可以吗？阳明女篮，哦，我跟你讲，你要投到进哦，只有你是这个规则。这个规则是彭尊定的，所以彭尊帮你捡球，好不好？好不好？真的是，等一下球给彭尊，差一点，再来，最后一球啦，最后球有了，好，恭喜我们这位朋友，来弟弟，我们没关系，我们慢慢吃，慢慢吃。好的，那我们呢这边邀请到我们的。
So a little who's who is happening on the court side, right around the timeline. Once again in the gray polo, Stout with the former NBA Shanghai office. Talking to, you could say, former colleague in Mark Fisher, now working the East Asia Super League. Head of commercial sales and marketing. Of course, Taiwanese basketball fans will definitely know Yo Aita. Of course, winner in the high school level, then now 4-time champion of the Tsinghua University Griffins. And we saw plenty of an actual NBA coach. There he is on screen. Special guest, Ben Bhavani, wearing the Guotai financial polo for they've had of an event going on here in Taiwan. On to the leading scorers for the Braves. It's Ling Zijie who opened up the game quite hot. He scored all 11 in the first quarter. Chris Johnson with 8. Josh Dokoi with 7. Quickly have to move along. It's the New Taipei Kings led by Jeremy Lin, 15 points. Yang Jiming joining him with double digits. He's got 14. Wendell Lewis with 8. Jayone's a couple made threes. And Kenny Manigault 4 points. And I believe a game high of 5 assists going on right now. The only foul triple so far on the game. Prince Ebay's 4 personal, Wendell Lewis's 3. So not a huge issue, but like I said, really the cat-mouse game on the dribble penetration is really the big thing to be looking out for. And definitely going to be, especially with the decent shooting form he's had, Jared Million's forte. But the Kings still can be dangerous. For example, his brother, more senior on the team by years, I would say, Joseph, right now over from the field, 2 free throws made, but if he gets it going, the Kings can be really dangerous.
好，我们中间工作人员呢也稍微在球场上做一点清洁。刚刚小美冰淇淋挑战赛，好不好？非常激烈，小朋友吃的非常激烈的。地板呢我们在拖干净了，等一下比赛呢我们就可以继续呢享受球赛。好，那我们现在公布救鞋救命。我们会抽出1颗呢有全部禁卫军的签名篮球，好不好？座位 A4 之一 ，F 排22号的朋友，恭喜你！到救鞋救命的摊位，就是你刚刚把你捐赠球鞋的摊位呢，去换1颗全队新美光的签名球，好不好 ？A4 之一 ，F 排22号，恭喜你！那明天呢，我们的救鞋救命呢，还是摊位会继续在，所以今天球迷朋友们可以回家呢看，有没有比较少穿或是没有在穿的球鞋呢，可以让我们一起响应这个活动。
Moments away from the start of the second half here from Game 100. Congratulations to the Korean Basketball League's KCC Aegis and the KT Sonic Boom for making it to the KBL Finals, and they've also qualified for the East Asia Super League's 24-25 season. The highlight package before we get going in the second half, Yang Jinming. So far 14 points you saw earlier. He also has 4 assists. And a relatively efficient shooting from the field, 5 of 8. He's also made his only free throw. Okay, going in the second half will be the starting lineups for the Kings as a game, and looks like starting lineups for the Braves as well. Su Shin try to get a pass off and a foul right away. And if it's on eBay, that'll be his 5th personal. Definitely understandable that he's frustrated, but that is in the restricted area. There is a body bump. Would be pretty smart if the Kings very intentionally wanted to get the ball inside. It'll be Chris Johnson and Igor Zaysev for certainly a lot of this third quarter. Just like that, 2 more points for the Kings. We get started here in the second half. A little skip pass. Igor Zaysev swishing it from the left corner. Whistle kick ball. Interesting enough, the Braves actually have reverse defensive splits, and what that means is they allow more points at home than on the road. Screen by Lewis as Manigault skips it off the hands as Light Hand comes to make it official, a turnover. Quick mix direction as Lin Zijie stroking it from the left corner. Manigault jump pass right to Zaysev as unorthodox fast break passing as Zijie how about from the right side? No, as Johnson, too much height, too much arms. We roll at Su Shen, giving him baseline, a little jumper, too strong. So the Braves at home allow 102 points per game, on the road only 91 points per game. As Yang Jimi runs into Josh, or Josh runs into Yang Jimi, and hard hit in the face. Getting a sense that he hit him in the eyeball. You see right away, I think that's his right eye that's starting to swell. Only lighting in right on top of it. The Braves bench looking on. Give him a look, and that's that right hand swiping across. So indeed, Tokoyu blocking foul, but I think Roger is definitely curious about that extra hand swipe. Having trouble to even open his eyes, but the Braves bench does not have any movement. Looks like Tokoyu is right on the sideline, ready to come out though. Not unprecedented for Plus League officials to then punish offensive players for swiping through with the hands or the arms. Lewis pass finds Joseph Lin, who's blocked by Beast. Energy for the Braves. They do have numbers 2, KJ, fresh in the game. He gets the fast break lay-in. Well stopped by Zaysev. Now putting on a move, going left, flying past Johnson, and a whistle comes on the block. Lots of frustration on the Brave side of things. Get another look, just tipping the elbow as Manigault was flying through. That's Johnson's third personal. And for the Braves, 3 fouls in the first just about 2 minutes of play. But Manigault didn't even release it cleanly. Does have a lot of tape on those digits. And by digits, I mean fingers. 4 points for Kenny Manigault. And now he's got a free throw to his stat line. A free throw made, that is. Quick show of a double as the missed steal attempt results in Ior Zaisev laying it in.
Nice go, Kings!
And the Braves are up on top by 5.
Let's go, Kings!
Trying to look double hammer action as now it's the Braves who are getting a lot of deflections. Here you see again Ior Zaisev just swing on through as the defensive attention was for Johnson. He's from plus range, moves it short. Strong hands by Johnson, that's out of bounds. Sensing a need for an adjustment. Jeremy will come in for Su Sixuan. Starting to turn into one of those. In baseball, we call them openers, where the starting pitcher, so to speak, is only really responsible for the very initial parts of the game, as Joe getting his balance back. Off to Jeremy, putting on the moves, but KJ got a hand on it, and a kick ball. It's gonna go for the Braves. A little bit of a stoppage as looks like they're communicating with Johnson. Another look. Would have been a great move, but KJ just put his hands in the right spot. Still not been easy for the Kings after that initial possession. Lighting into the painted area. Over to KJ, swinging it to Z. And a whistle first. The Kings were trying to argue for a travel there. It's kind of turning. It's the, I'm going to say, the second quarter's kind of mucky play is kind of carried into the third. Couple attempts by Johnson as he's left behind. Trying to get the effort on the rebound. Then with the space, he slams it. Not quite a cherry pick. He's already heading back on defense. Ball getting away, keeping it in bounds. As Honkai just stopped by Joe. Good. Great defense there. Really a Joseph special. Chris Johnson over everybody. He's got the hammer, forcing the Kings to a timeout. Facing a 9-point deficit here in the first parts of this third quarter. 6.7 assists for Lai Ting-en. He's really caught up on that leaderboard. A previous highlight is Chris Johnson's got things going.
Jordan 非常可爱，非常 Q 啊。
Welcome back inside Xinzhuang Gymnasium. It's a Braves run and a Kings timeout when we last left off on things. Notes I took down pregame. The last time Jeremy played here was January 20th, so that's including today 99 days. The Kings' record since that game, 2 straight wins, but followed by 5 straight losses. Now, funny enough, Jeremy in that last game had 43, but Jason Washburn won the week MVP. The Pilots fans have been very good, and a 3-second violation. So much for drawing something out of the timeout. Washburn 22.17 rebounds in a win against the Lioneers. And to finish off the note, Jeremy also last played in the East Asia Super League here at home on January 10th against the Ryukyu Golden Kings. Lighting in, fancy move, but just a little too fancy, a travel ball. Jeremy did play on the road again with his teammates. Let's check out the footwork. Left, right, and a dribble, and then that right foot goes up and down. Can't have that. Jimmy driving kick. Quick double on Jeremy, sticking baseline, and will hang on to it. Leitingen stripped him from behind just for a sec. Deep inbound, Jeremy guarded by KJ. Switching to the right, taking the body bump, the step back is up, and I think he missed everything. Good move, but a tough shot. So the turnovers that the Kings were having and you could say the steals by the Braves really taking effect. If Jeremy's going to play one-on-one the whole time, he could do it, but it's not going to be easy. Zaitsev off the mark as Day is trying to start the break. Over to Yang Jimin from the left corner, and that's short as after Zaitsev untangled, he gets himself a rebound. KJ with a quick release, and yes! Getting it to go, and the Braves kind of running away with things now. Joe still trying to get on the board on the field. Like I said, at half, only has those 2 free throws. Right now the Kings getting whatever they want. They have Chris Johnson too, as Yang Jimin's early push. Johnson trying to spin as ball thrown ahead. Jeremy with 1 man to beat will get the right-handed lay-in over Beast. Last break, the first break back, I should say. Keep on saying last break back, but I guess you could say last on offense. Guards duty as Chris Johnson taking a tough step back. Sticking with the transition D though, will force the Kings to take it out of the sideline as a special guest in the building. Keeping a close eye on the action. Austin Day at the high post to Jeremy, back to Day, flipping it to Joe. Not by Zaitsev, taking the contact, not quite. Austin Day crashing into Beast. Pretty obvious take foul to me. Foul from behind. It's definitely a little bit one of those. Wendell Lewis is much sturdier than Chris Johnson kind of fouls, but you're going right through the offensive player. Creating any physical disadvantage is going to net you that foul. So looking up at the board, that's the 4th on Lewis. He's firing away from the corner. That's an air ball. Cayenne to Jeremy. They had numbers, but didn't get the shot they wanted. Yang Jimmy didn't get a pass off and ends up turning it over. Chen, the Braves are doing so good, not letting the Kings have anything easy in the half court. Winston in for Beast. Definitely a short rotation game for the Kings. And you see that a lot in the Plus League with almost every team. First half, try to give everybody a try as KJ stopping, firing off a pass. Winston's wide open, and that swirls in and out, but Chris Johnson in the vicinity, count it! Nobody blocking the big man out. And I believe it's Jeremy who's called for the personal. Not much he could do there, but fly in. Look at the hops, though. And no contest, though, just a body bump, and that's not enough to throw Johnson off. The meters are going as Johnson right off the rim. Need momentum, and they turn it over. Barely a defensive pressure on Day and Lee Kai-in, but this is what KG was talking about in the All the Smoke podcast, when you keep on feeling like you're on defense. Chris Johnson targeted on defensively for a double, sticking with it, putting it up off the window and in. Way to stick with the play, number 5. Doing a decent job sticking in front of Jeremy. They gave Manigal a step, but he's driving, switching it up, and with the lefty scoring the basketball. A really needed bucket for the Kings. The ball getting away. My team with a good turnover there. And thanks to our operations department, Kenny Manigal has now reached 1,000 points. That's in and out for Jeremy. Trying to really get the crowd going with that deep attempt. 3.5 minutes to go in the third. 19 with a big dribble up to Johnson. He lets it go and hits it. Loud buzzer coming in. That must be the Kings calling their second timeout of the half. So the Braves, despite having that passing turnover in the middle, get right back at it. Let's listen in. The highlight package so far, before we get back to the action, belongs to Chris Johnson on the third quarter. 11 points, 6 rebounds. Don't forget a steal, and hey, don't forget the deflection too. In a quarter where the Braves scored 23 points, he's been big energy. Now, don't forget, he didn't start the quarter at all. Prince Ibe played 11 seconds, but committed a foul, and right now, seated on the bench, kind of in an emergency break glass if needed situation. Meanwhile, on the King side of things, on the third quarter, 2 of 8 shooting and 9 turnovers. all switch defense for the Braves. As Lee Cayenne, no good. Day tall enough for the rebound. Nice kind of no-look bounce pass. Trying to flip it for a miss. Day again with the board. How about a third try? An Elgin Baylor lay. Oh, the DJ certainly doing a good job. Fans let out a roar, and we're back at it. Quick bullet passing as Winston have it intercepted by Manigault. A one-man army flying through it, and a jam monster. Incredible. So 2 straight buckets for the Kings. Might be down by 11, but they're right in it. Over on the other side, it's Zaitsev who's fouled, but get another look. Even in amongst the crowd, I haven't seen Kenny Manigault get that much air in a little bit. Look how far out he took off from. Good notice this. The Kings staff also recognizing more than 1,000 points for Manigault as put up Day's numbers. He's not the man at the line. But indeed, Austin Day scored his first points in the third. Long rebound to Zaitsev. And just like that, Braves can take away the momentum. KJ up close, spins around and lays it in. Nice feed from the top of the arc. This is kind of the Braves we know of old, as Jeremy, nice skip dribble and airballing the floater. Wow, throw out of bounds by Tokoyer, got a little bit deep. Under 2 minutes to go. Braves indeed in the switch everything D. JJ left open. That's off. Kings now 7 of 29. That's under 25%. Josh, deflected pass into Kyle's hands. Got Austin Davis in the corner. That's no good. Not trying to slow it up. The Braves get it right to Zaitsev on the block. Jeremy guarding. That's KJ floating it up for a miss. And Jeremy leaking out ahead. Got a 2-on-2 going. Contact at the rim. He scores it anyways. Let's stick to it in this from Jeremy there. Back in the scoring department, he's got 19. Johnson, 6'11", going at Jeremy with a spinning shot. Kings space it out. I'll give him a step, closing the gap. Too much defensively by Zaitsev as JJ drives. Gets stripped as nice hands by Tokoyer. Man looking ahead is, TJ, when did he get in the game? Ball keeps on moving. KJ down to Zaitsev, all getting through as Day to Manigault. Clipped by KJ as the quarter ends. Just enough to get a shot on target, but a wild scramble there. 76-64 for the Braves. Winning that frame by 13 points. We're headed to the fourth and final frame of this one here from Xinzhuang between the MRT series here in Taiwan.
Show your energy power. 来哦，对着镜头欢呼也没问题，开心一点我们就可以兑换一下。还有我们有没有比较有热情的一些球迷朋友们，可以对着镜头呢做一些欢呼的动作？我们第4节呢结束之后就可以去兑换我们的保冷袋。Hello， 欢迎来到新庄体育馆。等一下，好，就你了。等一下，记得呢，结束之后呢，去换我们小美的保冷袋。有没有球迷朋友们对镜头呢 ？Show your energy， 欢呼、大喊、怒吼都没问题，可以哦。等一下，你们2位呢可以去兑换你们的小美保冷袋，赛后的时候，好不好？你们去，他们就认得你们了，因为你们都有 show your energy power。哎呦，这么小，有戴耳机是不是？有戴耳机，抗噪了。那个 Curry 来到我们主场了，可以哦。等一下呢，记得呢去兑换一下我们小美保冷袋，好不好？赛后的时候到小美摊位，精美的板板。看着大荧幕，结果还是不小心被照到了。
球迷朋友们 ，Oh My Basketball 是我本人在 Ivy Bar 熊语法教你的篮球的英文术语，大家欢迎大家点资讯栏的链接，一起跟我同学习。Tomorrow, Sunday the 28th on the Plus League schedule, Steelers down at Taichung for a 2:30 tip. And here in Xinzhuang, the Kings welcome in the #1 Pilots. Well, we didn't get a 3-point barrage like I was kind of hoping, but maybe we got something better. Kenny Manigault with a candidate for Dunk of the Year, but Chris Johnson throwing it down a few times. Etienne with 2-color sneaker set. As Zysef a flying, flipping shot. I guess you can consider that in his arsenal. Underhand toss by Day as the Kings push it up. JJ with space, finally burying it from the corner. Way to start the quarter for the Kings. Jones does 3 of 6 on the game. Johnson backing down Manigault, spinning baseline, the shot is off. As the Braves get another chance. How about KJ leaning and hitting? Good answer by the Braves as the ball gets away. 12 points on 2 made threes. KJ came over to the Braves in the trade for Joseph Flynn. He's floating to the left corner. Now picked up the dribble, and now they'll have to start again. Manigault will pull it up, and almost. Ball got through, and a whistle. He felt a little bit late, but we'll have to see it again. That's on Day. I believe it'll be his 3rd. Not to say that there was no contact. You can see there, Day is pushing with both his hands. Well, now you can say he might have released to being a one-hand push. In any case, no, he's actually got 4 personal fouls. Slip pass, but JJ's on top of it. There we go, the dunker spot into the paint. Over to Day on the mismatch, ball getting away. Must have been stripped by a Brave as Stokoyer kicks it, literally. I don't know if you can blame his eyes for that. Doesn't look worse for the wear right now. That's one of those rare dribble with your right hand, kick it with their left foot moves. Beast is into the game. Manigault driving, losing it. It'll stay with the Kings. Lai Ting just gesturing for a change of mind from the ref, but it won't happen. Joe guarded by Beast, flipping to Lewis as the ball gets away. There's a decent slip pass or pocket pass. A little bit of a horn look from the Braves. Okay, looking for position, but it's Chris Johnson. Bingo from top. And a 15-point Braves lead. Reaching foul as Kenny Manigault was about to get going. JJ will head out for Yang Jingming. Oh, if it's Prince eBay, that's his 6th personal foul. I thought it could be on Beast. I guess I thought wrong. The box score might not update playing time, but right now, Prince eBay out of Texas. He's only played about 14 minutes so far in the contest. Looking at Johnson's got the hot hand, but he'll keep it moving. Zaitsev right over Amigo on the 2nd attempt. 3rd attempt, still no. Another offensive board. How about Zijie on the reload? Kenny Manigault leaping over the seats and thankfully landing safely in the 2nd row of things. Might get a delay of game warning there for leaving the basketball with a stadium worker instead of a referee. Well, the theme is the Kings playground, and he sure looked like he was on the playground there. Josh fake dribbling and missing the lay, but Zijie there to pick up his teammate. Through a tree of defenders and a foul. It's an offensive rebounding foul. So the frustrations are starting to come through. They say it's on Kenny Manigault. As the Kings start a little bit of full court man defense. This time is Lai Ting who couldn't get the layup off, but Braves hang on to possession. Su Zixuan for Manigault as the Kings just one import of Wendell Lewis out there. Double, if not triple team on Johnson. And to get in position on the block against Su Zixuan, a pump fake and going. Strong rebound by Lewis. Kings need to start making a move now. Lee Kaiyan in transition. Deep pass as Zaitsev stepping, missing. Beast another offensive rebound. Stolen by Joe No. Poking it out of bounds. Kind of feel the energy taking up for the Kings, but they really want to be getting a stop, then a score, then a stop, then a score. Get in that kind of rhythm with their fans. They leave Josh open, and he drains it. So much for the compliment the English broadcast gave him. Giving Zhou Guoyu an inch turned into a mistake. 10 assists for Lai Ting on the game. We'll be going to a break. See if the home team can pull off a big comeback here at home.
Ain't gonna run away, you better go away.
尖叫声给我们的新北国王啦啦队 New Taipei Queens， 谢谢我们的女王们。
Coming up during the week, the Lioneers host 2 midweek games. Tuesday, the Braves are in town at 7 p.m. And then Wednesday, the very next day, the Steelers at 5 p.m. A tough stretch for the Lioneers on their schedule. A lot of home games because they're at home the following week, but right now without Oscar, they look a little bit lost out there. We've been told Lai Tingen's 10 assists is a new career high. His former high mark was 9 in a game. Out of the timeout, same personnel for the Kings as is the Braves, as Lewis going right at Zysep but missing. Slip pass and Joe reaching behind, but look what I found. Chris Johnson on the reverse. So when it rains, it pours. Up close and the ball getting through. Would have been a bad pass by James. He's got a corner shot and a corner pocket for Susishin. His 5th and 6th points on the game. Braves been loving this horn set. Double team on Zysep. Doko here all day long. Perfect. Joe with a quick counter and still off. Really just not been the Kings' night shooting the basketball. We've got Doko who's got 13 points. Kings 8 for 35, only 23%. And from 2, 47% is okay. Really just falling behind with all these misses from deep. And don't forget, 9 turnovers in the 3rd quarter alone. Oh, excuse me, 11. I don't know where that 9 number came from. I would guess I was being nice. Zysep jab set, then launching it, but missing. So by a big deficit, let's see how Coach Marchand and the guys finish off the game. Wendell Lewis almost lost it, but Susishin to take that tip pass as Yang Jiming losing legs. Leaving it well short of the target. Backdoor to Hammer. Zysep will now launch it. And easy money there. Whistle in transition as Lai Ting was hit. Man, talk about shooting woes. Number 9, Lee Kai-yin, 0 for 8. 0 points. Joseph 0 for 11. And I don't feel that every single shot's been completely blanketed or covered. Of course, those two guys bring a lot more than their offense, but when the other team's going to reach the century mark, they'll tie up on the double team against Johnson. Still just 2 Kings double-digit scoring, though Jayota and Manny got close with 9 apiece. My team will head out. Meanwhile, on the Brave side of things, they already have 5 scores now in double digits. Beast, he's got to catch and shoot. A high arcer, nothing but net. 98-69 on the scoreboard. It's a rout here. I think really one person in the second half especially who gets the credit. Number 0, Lai Ting-en, as Johnson, an interesting clutch on the rebound. Not only have 6 points, but Lai Ting-en, 11 assists. And according to the box score, maybe yet to be updated, he's plus 40. That's pretty incredible. Substitution made for both teams. Kings starting to empty their bench. Number 3, Chen Junnan, actually in the 3rd year with the team. He's in along with JJ and Venti. I mentioned his high school squad is up and to the right of your screen behind the basket on the Kings side, wearing the green sweatshirts and t-shirts. They did make the HBL Final Four. Number 1, Chen Boyan. Over the head, Iris Zaysev with the lay. Dimes from Chris Johnson. Loves dishing it over his shoulder, and I think he loves swallowing up and gobbling rebounds too. Johnson now with a 20-20 game, and I know Lai Ting-en has double-digit assists, but maybe he was just outdone. One of those fouls to get subs going. Under 3 minutes to go. It's going to be all locals for the Kings. Braves are going to leave in Chris Johnson with Zhen Xiangjun, their local big, getting ready to check in. More late subs coming in too, as Zhou Gui are getting subbed for his high school teammate Jian Tingzao. So, Nan grazing the front rim. Really lost a lot of rhythm, and Coach Marchand always says you need to prove it in practice. Another over the shoulder as Zhen Xiangjun flipping and blowing it. Been a decent shooter for the Kings. It's not been that easy of a season for him. He is also a 3-year member of the Kings squad. His high this season has been 12 points, which he has now equaled. All out of bounds. Referee needs a little help. They'll say, let's go the other way. Chris Johnson will head to the bench. Number 15, Chinese Taipei starting center, Xie Zonglong will take his place. Here you see Quincy Davis in the background. Unfortunately out for the rest of the season due to a suspension. Well, shall I say a second suspension. That's more accurately putting it. Fellow Jianxing alums, Chen Boyan against Jian Youze. On the scramble, on the baseline, a pretty jump by JJ. Now we're approaching the 1-minute mark. The Braves, if they are ready to secure this one, which we're heading in that direction, no definites. They next play the Lioneers on Tuesday. Meanwhile, the Kings, don't forget, play the Pilots tomorrow. hopefully just shooting percentage-wise will be better as Chen Junnan on the deck and forced into a jump ball. Mercifully not a turnover, I think, but the Kings are all headed the wrong way. One referee says one thing, the other referees say the other things. That's going to stay with the Kings, so Chen Junnan saving himself from a turnover. I do have that too on the season. In aggregate, committed 12 turnovers and 230 minutes of play. Now up close, getting out of a double team and at least putting it on target. And by target, I mean at least put it on the rim. This win will move the Braves to 15 and 18. A little cosmetic too from Zheng Xiangqun. I don't think it quite makes up for the missed shot he had before that cost his team an assist. And for the Kings, that'll move them down to 17 wins and 16 losses as that last rebound just means we need to dribble it across the timeline. There's Coach Marchand, last year's Coach of the Year. We'll have a very quick turnaround. The squad to evaluate what went wrong, what they could take away, and certainly refocus on their next opponents, the Pilots, who will come in rested, having last played last Saturday. So if you really believe in the extra day, that's more preparation for Coach Caminos, Justin Lu Junxiang, Jason Washburn, and the boys coming into this building. There's the line score. We're in the second half, actually. Only 23 points. A very, very strong defensive effort by the Braves. Players will head to the locker rooms or find their friends or if not acquaintances around the building. As we'll have to wait on that post-game interview. As customary, Jeremy will be giving away his jersey and his sneakers worn in the game. I don't think he minds. On one hand, he's been doing it. On the other hand, this game doesn't exactly have the positive vibes attached to it. And so, a 28-point victory for the Braves as he might be, no, he's not splitting up the sneakers. To a young fan, we'll have a real happy souvenir as Roger Shujinza has donned the headset for the Braves. Spoke to his assistant before, now it's time to talk to the man, the birthday boy.
是
Asked about the Braves' intensity in the second half. Asked about the keys for the Braves.
其实就是我们第一节在防守端上面做得很好，然后到了第二节的时候，基本上我们进攻上面失误过多，然后防守也没办法守得很好。然后中场进去有特别强调说，怎么样回到第一节的打法，然后怎么样不让苏豪跟苏伟这两个有这么大破坏性的球员有太容易站上罚球线的机会，所以应该是先修正防守吧。
Roger saying quarter one was good, quarter two was bad. So in the locker rooms, they wanted to focus on what they were doing, including playing defense strong, not fouling, not allowing free throws. Now being asked about the second half adjustments.
其实我觉得应该是他第四节都没上来，而且我们预计他第四节7分49秒应该要上来，可是可能Ryan教练想到的是2连战吧，他明天还有一场球，所以当时是分差20分，所以并没有让林书豪上来去救比赛。那我觉得我们可能取得这个优势啊。那如果他上来的时候状况又会不一样。当然第三节的防守就是不断的换防，然后让他在进攻端上面不要站上罚球线就可以了。
And saying that Jeremy didn't come in as early as they thought he could. And they kind of changed up the defensive strategy to switch a whole bunch of defenders on him and make it hard. Now asked about the mental math he's been doing to get to the end of
我
the
其实
season?
不敢算给球员听呐，因为怕他们心里有一些压力。那我自己当然会去算每一场球嘛。那重点是希望他回到自己我们勇士队的精神啊。然后如果我们没办法打出以前的这种球队的精神的话，要赢一场球都非常困难。先不要去想赢几场，那就一场一场来吧。
And reiterating what Aaron was
谢谢。
saying before about the brave spirit, if they don't have it, it would be tough to win any
谢
game.
谢谢谢谢谢谢谢。
And once again, happy birthday to Roger Shujinza. Now being encouraged to celebrate for the whole
谢
month
谢谢谢。OK。
for
谢
a
谢。
possible playoff berth. Though still a lot of work to do for the Braves, a lot of work to do for all the squads in the Plus League. We'll be back after the break. It's up at Xinjiang Gymnasium.
Yeah, I love myself, man. How about you? 背着心教，除非我当教主，为你洗涤心灵，后来当我教主，对你自己好一点，即使这瓶药苦，因为这一条路还得闯下去，保得我的声带是可以押韵，要比别人爱自己是我的家训 ，Go above and beyond like 黄家驹 ，Yeah, I love myself， 但也逐渐变得市侩，离不开这都市的人，还想活在室外，自买自夸，四海都是家，放心，我的欲望还很强，所以不会自杀。寒风里的枝桠，开出一枝花，这次心里的人呐，还在等待他的释迦。是人是魔是神是否只在一念之差？上天眷顾的人是我是你也是他，都是他。
There's the final score on the game, a 102-74. That makes the Braves 4 wins to 3 losses in the head-to-head. Shall that come down the wire? Some notes I made to reflect on the game. Quarter 3, Braves intercepted everything, had all kinds of deflections, and they got to running with that energy for all teams in the Plus League and really all teams in basketball, making it easy. The Braves' offensive rebounding was also very deflating for the Kings by the website. They grabbed 20 offensive rebounds, and they really kept pounding it inside with Igor Zaysev and Chris Johnson, and everything else just kind of fell into place. There's the final stats on the game, where despite maybe keeping their turnovers under 20, the Kings definitely felt like 84 shots to 94 is really not the recipe if they're going to shoot from such a low percentage. And also critically, the free throw shooting was also not that crazy. Braves took 11, made 7, and the Kings took 13 and hit on 11 of them, which is a good percentage, but you need really the volume to make up for the field goal attempt difference. Tomorrow in the Plus League, things get started with the Steelers playing the Dreamers, who won big against the Lioneers earlier this afternoon. And in the night game, it's the Pilots taking on the Kings right here. The English broadcast will be covering that 5 p.m. tip. The Pilots bounce back after a poor game down in Zhanghua against the Dreamers to beat the Lioneers. So on behalf of Wu Fengchen Mark Timokwe, our 16th in the league partners, and our league office. I've been Ryan Chen. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.